Your Rehab's website isn't just a brochure. It's your first chance to earn trust. If families don't believe you online, they won't call. And let me tell you, I've seen incredible programs with amazing people behind them fail to get clients simply because their website didn't build trust. In this video, I'm going to show you how to transform your site from a flat brochure into a trust-building machine that turns visitors into admissions. We'll cover authenticity, clarity, insurance and pricing, calls to action, credentials, and I'll share a case study of a center that completely changed their admissions just by updating their website flow. So let's start with the most important foundation, authenticity. Families can spot fake from a mile away. If your site is filled with stock photos of smiling strangers or recycled testimonials, you've already lost their trust. Instead, use real photos of your staff, your facility, and your community. Let people see the actual faces of the professionals who will be helping their loved one. And don't just stop at pictures. Add video testimonials from alumni. These are incredibly powerful because people in crisis want to hear directly from others who've been where they are. Even better, embed your Google reviews directly into your website. When families see real-time, third-party reviews, they know you're not hiding anything. Transparency builds confidence, but photos and reviews aren't enough on their own. Once people feel you're real, they need to understand exactly what you do. Too many centers rely on vague buzzwords like holistic care or healing journey. The problem is, those words don't tell anyone what your program actually is. Be clear about your levels of care and what each one includes. For example, instead of saying comprehensive outpatient treatment, say our intensive outpatient program includes 3 group therapy sessions and 1 individual session each week. And don't just list the programs, explain who each one is for. Families should be able to read your website and know instantly if you're the right fit for their situation. That clarity reduces hesitation and makes it easier for them to call. Now that they understand your program, the next big question is, will my insurance work here? Hiding insurance details or forgetting to include your in-network contracts on your website is one of the fastest ways to lose a potential client. Families are already under enormous stress. Don't make them dig to figure out whether they can afford your program. List the insurances you're in network with right on your website. Be honest about the ones you're out of network with, and then give a clear and supportive call to action. Call our admissions team to verify your insurance. Some centers are even moving toward publishing clear pricing ranges for self-pay clients. And while that may not be for everyone, the principle still applies. Transparency creates trust, and trust drives calls. But even if you're clear on pricing, your calls to action need to match your audience. Different audiences respond differently to different language. Some families want to hear a clear, direct CTA. Call now for immediate help. Others feel safer with supportive language like, speak with someone who understands. The key is to test, try multiple versions of your CTAs, and measure what converts best. The right call to action feels less like a sales pitch and more like an open door. When a family is scrolling your website late at night, desperate for answers, your CTA should feel like a lifeline, not a billboard. Now let's talk about one of the most overlooked but powerful trust builders, credentials and accreditations. Your staff credentials, your accreditations, and your certifications should be front and center on your website. Don't make people guess if you're legit script certified. Don't bury your Joint Commission or CARF seal in the footer. And absolutely highlight the credentials of your leadership and clinical team. These logos and qualifications are powerful shortcuts for families to feel reassured. They may not know the ins and outs of accreditation, but they do recognize that it means accountability, quality, and legitimacy. And when you put all of these pieces together, authenticity, clarity, transparency, supportive calls to action, and visible credentials, the results can be dramatic. Let me give you a real example. We worked with a center whose website was technically fine, but they wanted to take it to the next level. After they hired us to do industry-specific, expert marketing, we filmed videos of their founder and staff explaining each level of care, along with real video testimonials from successful clients. We restructured their homepage, added authentic Google reviews, and showcased their program and team in a way that built instant trust. The following month, they had more calls and admissions than their admissions director had ever experienced before in the years they were open. That's the power of transparency and trust. When families believe you, they'll reach out. Your website is more than a digital brochure. It's your first conversation with families who are desperate for help. If they don't trust you online, they'll move on to the next center that feels more real and transparent. But when your website shows authenticity, explains treatment clearly, is upfront about insurance, uses supportive calls to action, and highlights your credentials, you're not just attracting visitors, you're earning admissions. At Behavioral Health Partners, we're the only agency that can do it all. Professional video testimonials, website design that converts, messaging that builds trust, and full marketing support to fill your census. If you're ready to transform your website into a tool that drives real admissions, book a call with us through the link in the description. Let's make sure families choose your center because they trust you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon from Behavioral Health Partners, your trusted partner in growth and impact.